What's up guys, it's R13 and let's get started. So today we are reviewing the Hguc ARX-014S Silver Bullet Suppressor Quasi Psychomew Mobile Suit Test Type. It's in the box. So this unit actually took me a couple of hours to build all together, and got to admit that it's actually quite nice building this unit here. And I'll tell you guys if it's worth getting at the end of this video. So a quick fun fact about this unit here. This unit is the variant of the original Silver Bullet, and which is actually quite nice. And Bandai literally did a really great job redesigning the Silver Bullet into the Suppressor version, and thus ARX-014S. S means for Suppressor. Now, another fun fact about this unit here, this unit is specifically designed for a certain individual in the anti-Gundam movie. So, just a little bit of a spoiler alert, the pilot of this unit is none other than Banagner Lynx, the pilot of the Unicorn Gundam. And it's already a dead giveaway, since the Silver Bullet here is actually carrying the Beam Magnum. This unit is specifically designed for Banagner Lynx and the Beam Magnum. Now, I'll just show you guys what it looks like for the backpack here. Oh, nice. Yep, it's a little bit of a back heavy, I'll be honest here. So, due to the power of the Beam Magnum, the Silver Bullet Suppressor is designed to have 4 arms. So after a specific use of the Beam Magnum, the right arm had to be replaced. So the team ended up designing a backpack that had 4 arms and a crane system here. Now the crane system is actually quite interesting. You know, interestingly enough, that the guys at Bandai actually did a, what do you call that, an instruction on how to move the crane arm without removing any of the parts, which is quite interesting. And I'm gonna try and show this to you guys soon. It's actually quite nice and quite annoying, since this unit here is a little bit of a back heavy. You got to be precise. Now, another thing about this unit here is the 4 arms actually have slots here, as you guys can see. Now this one specifically designed for the shield, so I don't know its purpose now, and I really don't think there's any purpose on it for the Silver Bullet here. Now, before moving forward to anything else, is I want to mention the types of armaments this unit have. Now, the first thing is the 60mm Vulcan gun, which is actually located at the headpiece for Gundam design. And then the next one is the Beam Magnum, which you guys can already see, which is really well designed. The next one is the Beam Saber, which is apparently in the hip armor, so somewhere here. And sadly, this kit here doesn't actually come with a Beam Saber. Now for the grenade launcher, it's supposed to come out somewhere in the chest area. And then, last but not the least, the beam cannon, which is this one here, this 2 pieces here. Yeah, which is actually quite nice. Okay, now up next is, let's do a side-by-side comparison between the original and the new variant. Okay, there you go. The original versus the new variant. As you guys can see, the color scheme itself had been changed. The suppressor had been given a darker look compared to the original Silver Bullet here. And then the next step is the headpiece here. Now, the original got more of a GM head, and for the suppressor actually got the Gundam head. This is actually the most interesting part about this unit here. Now, also, as you guys can see, the height difference is already there. The variant here, the suppressor, is a little bit taller than the original, but then just But then if you get the backpack, the original is just a tad bit taller. Yep, that's actually the best part about this unit here. There's just so many interesting redesigns that Bandai did. Okay, the shoulder pad, the legs have been redesigned. The shield for the suppressor doesn't have a shield, the original. Here it is. And then for the chest piece here, you guys will notice that the chest piece for the suppressor is a lot more slimmer than the original here. So it's a complete redesign, a lot more sleeker design here. Now, the next part that I actually do want to mention is this unit is the suppressor is technically a Zion mobile suit redesigned from the Dovin Wolf, AMX-014 Dovin Wolf, and it was actually taken by the Art Federation, redesigned to be a silver bullet. Then afterwards, when Benagnar Lynx became its next pilot, it's been redesigned and given the designation ARX-014S. S means for suppressor. Okay, now let's just move this side by side. Okay, show you guys the left here. Okay, and let's remove the shield of the silver bullet here. Oh, as you guys can see, the shield here itself is get the slot that actually fits perfectly. So you can definitely do a little bit of kit bashing as long as you get the proper slot. You can create your own unique silver bullet. Now, the next part is, as you guys can see, with the backpack attachment, it's actually quite nice. You can see the height difference. The arms here are practically similar except for the shoulder piece. The backpack itself, as you guys can see, yeah, so practically the original got the thrusters, the thrusters for the suppressor is actually been put up. Okay, now let's move this to the back. Okay, that's what the backpack looks like for the suppressor. And okay, and then on the side here, you got to be extra careful with the suppressor here because it is back heavy. Holy. Okay, let's lift up the camera here. As you guys can see, not bad at all, not bad. Okay, there you have it, guys. Side by side comparison of the original between the new variant here. Now let's move on to the next step here. Seam lines, knobs, and some mobility test. Okay, so let's remove the backpack here. So it's like I mentioned, seam line check, knobs, mobility test, and you guys will see some of the features here as well. Okay, now you get to be extra careful here because it's a little bit tight for the backpack here. Okay, there we go. We're gonna start off with the backpack here. Okay, so for the backpack, all three arms here is not mobile. It's actually stuck in one piece here. So I'm just gonna show this to you guys. So it doesn't actually move, but the last one actually moves here and doesn't have the slot there. You can actually do some modification if you want to. And as you guys can see, there's actually a seam line here and a nub, so you can do some seam line removal if you want to. Each one actually have it. Okay, okay, oops, wrong side. Okay, this is what it looks like without the arms here, and part of the thrusters is mobile, which is actually quite nice. Now this piece here doesn't actually move, so that's it for the mobility. And the best part is the original actually get the same slot, so you can actually definitely do some kit bashing. Okay, now for the next part here is the crane arm. The crane arm is located here. You can actually remove this piece here. Just be extra careful, and this is actually quite tight. Okay, so here is the crane arm. So practically you move it to the far side, grab the arm, then pull it out, then you put it at the other arm. You know what, I'm really not that comfortable. The first time I actually did just keeping the backpack, like altogether it took me over 10 minutes. That's gonna take a long time, and I don't want, if you guys want to, oops, that was close. If you guys want to follow the manual here for the arms, go right ahead. I tell you, it is actually a lot harder. Just follow it step by step, if you guys got the patience for this. Okay, so but the crane arm itself is actually quite nice, well built, but as you guys can see, a little bit flimsy, but then it's for display, so it's okay. Now for the next part is the arms here. As you guys can see, the nubs and the seam lines are well hidden. Now you get the seam lines here at the hip armor, but there's really no visible seam line. You will have to look for it closer. Of course, you get the seam lines here in the arms, part of the backpack, or the back here. So Bandai did actually a good job of placing the seam lines and the knobs in specific areas. Oh, looks like I did miss a nub area here. It's at the front skirt there. Wow. Okay, now the next part is underneath here. You actually get the slot here for a basic action base. There you go. Okay, now that we get that out of the way, you guys can see where the seam lines are, the nubs. Proper sanding is good. And the right shoulder armor here is a little bit loose, but I think I know why. There we go. I didn't actually place the arms in all the way. Now let's remove this here. And there's always a seam line at the weapons. You can do proper sanding, remove the seam lines by gluing it as always. And for the beam magnum here, there's the movable part. And I think there's one more here. There we go. Okay. Now for the interesting design here, one of the difference here, if you're a little bit OCD, is the arms itself here. Like I mentioned, the reason why this is designed this way is for the arm replacement. There's a nub and seam lines here, proper sanding. Okay. Now for the mobility test, it's actually really not that bad. The headpiece actually rotates, but can easily remove. The arms, it's actually not a ball joint. There you go. This is what the arms looks like, the shoulder piece. And you get the 360-degree angle here. And this is a ball joint. Okay. And then as for the waist and the legs here, that's how far it can go. The back skirt doesn't move. Actually, it can kind of move. But the reason for that is I broke a piece. Okay. Yeah. Just got to be careful there. I only got one tag left. Okay. So for the side skirt here, a little bit of mobility. And for the feet, it's a ball joint. And one of the issues, as I already mentioned, is back heavy, but then the suppressor got a lot more sleeker feet, and susceptible to falling down compared to the silver bullet original. Okay, there's your seam lines. Okay, there you go for the mobility test here. Now let's put this back together again and give you guys my final comment if this unit is worth getting. But first things first, let's put this baby back together. Okay, so before giving you guys my final thoughts, I forgot to add one more segment, and that is how much parts are there left. Okay, so these are the extra parts. We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let me just check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 in total. That's including the poly caps. That's the extra parts. But then you do get a pair of open palms here, left and right, and then you got a closed fist for your beam saber. Yep, there you go. Now for the extra parts, you got the polycaps here, okay, and then you got runners D, F, D. Ooh. You got runner E1. Okay, runner A. And runner G. Okay, yeah, so sadly there's not enough pieces here to convert it into the original silver bullet, so you're stuck with the suppressor version. It doesn't even have the gem head parts there. There you go. Okay, now the other thing that I want to show you guys is you can actually remove the arms here easily. Just don't do it too much, otherwise it might start getting loose. And also a size comparison between the grunt unit here. Okay, now the final thoughts. Is this worth getting? Definitely yes. Go get it. I really enjoyed building this unit here. Now, of course, the downside is this is susceptible to falling backwards. It actually gets a slimmer feet. And so certain poses, it's gonna be impossible without the proper items like an action base. So there you go. And yeah, kind of sucks. Also, side-by-side comparison again, GM Sniper 2 versus Silver Bullet. You guys already know who's gonna win. Yeah, and say hello to the next unboxing and review, GM Sniper 2 Hguc. Is it worth getting? Yeah, but okay, let's get back on track here. The Silver Bullet Suppressor is definitely worth getting. A lot of plus side, lots of extra parts. There you go. Get it as soon as you can, and a lot of potential for kit bashing. And the knobs and the seam lines are well placed. There's not a whole lot there. Can be easily fixed. Okay, that's all the time that I got, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Much appreciated. Thank you all for the support. This channel wouldn't exist without you guys. And remember, Gunpla is freedom, and have fun, relax, and enjoy. That is Gunpla. Okay, so see you guys on the next video. You guys can catch me on my other channel, Traveling Pinoy. I'm leaving the link in the description below and somewhere there. Okay, have a good day, good night, afternoon, wherever you are. I'll see you guys on the next one.